It may look like he's been a farmer for years, but Mitiku Gautama has just recently changed his job from a porter in Hawassa city to a farmer in the nearby fields. In both cases, he's been living from hand to mouth.
We are facing many problems. The price of fertilizer is very expensive. If you want to plough, you need to pay someone to do the work, unless you have oxen. All this requires financial resources.
Like Mitiku, Usman Ushe in the neighboring region of Oromia is one of millions of people in Ethiopia who face economic hardship due to a mixture of drought, unemployment and inflation. The good news, he says, is the rainfall this year is much better than before.
A few months ago, I harvested up to 7 tons of teff grain from the last farming season. This was very good for me to support my family of 13, including my mother.
Only the ground isn't so readily paved for Usman in other respects. Even though the rainy season here in central Oromia started 2 months ago, Usman is just beginning to sow his potatoes. The reason, he says, is because he's been unable to secure the fertilizers and the other requirements for the success of his crop. Besides fertilizers, farmers complain of the lack of seeds and tools such as tractors or at least oxen, which the government used to provide them with. Trying to ease the economic crisis, the government has agreed a loan of $3.4 billion with the International Monetary Fund. But experts wonder if it will improve the situation.
I believe there is no option for the country. The government is facing a significant fiscal pressure, has to pay a significant amount in terms of debt repayment. The cost is not going to be easy, especially people with fixed income, people who are in the lower ranks of the income ladder, people living in urban areas are going to be really significantly affected because of the inflationary externality that's going to come out of this deal.
Away from the complexity of official policy and economic equations, the path is clear for these farmers in the deep Ethiopian south.
My father was a farmer and I followed in his footsteps. I took over the farm. We rely on agriculture for our livelihood.
They say the gist of their approach is to be as self-reliant as they can. Mohamed Vall, Al Jazeera, Southern Ethiopia.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.